Are you ready? It's about to go down. Fast Food Diaries. Yeah, we about to talk about all that. You ever worked in fast food? Yeah. And don't forget, we know what we think. But we want to know what you think. Leave a comment. And as always, thank you for your support. Peace.
It's all about community, and this is how we grow our young ones, okay?
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Fast Food Talk. This is your one-stop shop for all things fast food, from the workers, from the employees, and to our forever entertaining customers, because they can be a riot. I'm your co-host, Breezy Bree. This is my other co-host, your neighborhood DCEO, your neighborhood DJ.
720X, yeah.
That's the man. That's the man. But how has your week been? How has it been going thus far? Has it been a good week, bad week?
Great.
Great.
A great week. Got a lot done. Helped a lot of people.
Of course. If you need help, he's the dude.
So
he's the dude. He stays busy. But I'm just be checking in. Our live.
How your day? How your week?
I'm doing great. Adjusting to the new job. It's cool.
Did you kiss the itis?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I was quite sleepy, and then on Christmas Day, we decided to go see Color Purple as well. So I'm trying to fight the itis to watch this movie because I'm sleepy.
And I bet the movie was like 2.5 hours long.
It was a long movie.
Oh, yeah.
So it was entertaining. So it kept me alert and engaged. But man, I was like, okay. And the scene replying to, I'm like,
oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
It was the itis was like, I got you, man.
Yeah,
I got you.
Relax in it. Don't fight it.
Don't fight it. It's okay. Lay back. It's okay. We all good. It's okay. I was made for you. I was sitting here waiting on you.
But hey, it was fun. I enjoyed it. How was your holiday?
Oh don't celebrate this stuff. But
I know, but I know you've been families. You
oh, now during that time period, and I did go visit some family, so
Family,
sister and
that's
them.
good.
So now that was cool. I was just so I was celebrating. Now everybody may be celebrating, but what they were celebrating, I was celebrating the fact. Now I don't know how you felt about this, but I'm going to share how I felt about this.
Sure, please enlighten us.
For the first time in however many millions of years on years, I haven't had to work on a Christmas or Christmas Eve. Or look,
at least 15, 20, at least.
Look, and I was celebrating the fact that I ain't working. I was celebrating. I was singing like a mug over there. I ain't making no burritos, tacos, or burgers.
Oh, Taco Bell did that too? Oh, yeah.
No, I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
No, you gotta think. Well, that one place I was at, you sold burritos, you sold tacos, and you sold burgers.
They ain't so diverse, so
I ain't gonna go too far, but you can kind of figure out.
It's diverse menu.
But they just say, and it was great.
To be able to.
It was great. You know what this other part too?
What?
Do you know that Christmas Eve, Christmas morning was on a Monday? So Christmas is on a Monday. Mm-hmm. What happens early Monday morning? So what would I've been doing on a Christmas on a roll of on a? Come on, man. Come on.
Oh, that would have been.
Yeah. Yeah.
It started morning. It's a little bit, but by 10 o'clock we rolling.
But how am I gonna count stuff
and everything
after Christmas Eve's rush? Because that don't stop until 5, 6 in the morning. I'm supposed to hurry up and count, right? And I'm supposed to prepare the food, get people in. I'm tired of them up, and everybody ain't showing up. Everybody asked me a million questions. We already went through it the whole week. So yeah, I was thrilled not to have to do that at all. I'm talking about everything I was doing. I was enjoying. Y'all want me to check out the trash? Cool. I'm doing that too, because I did not have to work. That was a beautiful time.
Man, at least 15. Yeah, I didn't eat it at all up. I didn't. Yeah, it's been years.
Did you let that kind of set in with you with your family?
Yeah, I'm like, wow. I could actually enjoy my family. And I look like, okay, well. Hi and bye.
Yeah. I can come in from this time to this time, but I
gotta go home. I get some sleep. I gotta go to work.
Because most of my time today, when I'd rather be with y'all, is devoted to the job. On this one day, on the most busiest day of the year, when I want to be with y'all the most, or I want to do something the most, or maybe I just want to reflect the most, I gotta work that day. Oh man, and some places is mandatory. So place I was at, it was mandatory. So I worked those too. So I would say not having to work those days was awesome. I did some enjoyable things. I was just like chilling like, oh man, you never know, man. All day. Everything I did, I was like, I'm not making up tacos today.
No, nothing.
So, and you know what? And you know what though, and that's probably gonna lead into our topic here. Let's see here. Who we got here?
Hey,
Dorothy Anthony. Hey. Yes, what's going on? Hey. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you. Good to have you aboard. Don't buckle up because we're gonna talk about it. Because look, when we talk about working on those days, right? So we you know how hard it is on people, right? So we've always talked about ways to improve, the workers, right? The environment, the incentive. So what would be the best incentive for you? Like what's out of the top one?
Top incentive to do money.
Money
talks.
Okay.
So
money talks, right? So we have something that happened out in California that I want to cover. It was something that was passed called the Fast Recovery Act. And so what they did was they raised the minimum wage in California to, wait till I hear this, $22.
Wow.
Minimum wage.
Minimum.
That's the minimum.
Okay.
So let's do this. Let's go ahead and pull up this care. This I keep want to say care now. I don't know why. Y'all, yeah, I've been saying care for I don't know how long. Maybe it's because they're acting like they care.
They care about fast food workers now.
You
It's
know,
a
it's
real
what.
job now.
But I said they acting like it, right? Because hey, man, look, we're gonna talk about some suggestions that they can do. So everybody can see this on here. It says the Fast Food Accountability and Standards Act. So it's Fast Food Accountability and Standards is a California law which brings multiple reforms to the state's fast food industry.
Mhm.
Hold on a second here. Let me see if I can't put this on where it makes sense to y'all. Hopefully y'all can see that. If not, kind of let me know. All right. So the bill's provision aims to allow workers in California state to hold fast food chains responsible for issues like wage step, man,
Mhm.
overtime pay, and establish a council which itself shall be responsible for establishing minimum standards for fast food workers. The regulations will apply to any chain in California that has at least 100 stores nationwide that share a common brand. This bill was passed by both the Assembly and state. It received widespread report. This is from Wikipedia, so take that for what it is. Widespread support for labor unions and worker advocacies groups, of course, right? Uh, so we used to go down here, start talking about the provisions. The act will create a state-run 10-member council to
Mhm.
set wage and labor standards across the fast food industry, which is good. Multiple provisions and reforms are found in the bill. One allows a franchisee to sue a restaurant chain if the franchisee contract contains strict terms that leave them no choice but to violate the labor law. Okay, so let's talk about that part. Do you understand what that part is? Why they would be able to sue them for being able to violate that, right?
Mhm.
So say if I'm saying that your profits, your labor have to be here,
Yes.
right? You can't um raise your wage to this amount because we as a company, because if you raise yours to 22, then the rest of our employees in the other states are going to be asking about more money.
Yeah.
And all this going to so happen. Or if you as a franchisee, just a franchisee decide to do it, and in the corporate down the street, they're not going to pay that much. They don't want to pay that much, and they're trying to cap you and say, hey, you can only pay this. Well, now if they try to make them do that, the franchisee can now go sue the actual corporate and say, hey, no, you're making us do this thing that's against the law, right?
Yeah.
So that's what that part is about. I wanted to kind of explain that part. That makes sense. Hope that makes sense to
It
y'all.
does make sense.
Um, let's see here. These terms, and go back right here. Da, 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 da. These terms could be related to store hours or the employment status of workers. A previous rendition of the bills held liable not only franchisees but franchisors in the event of a working condition and or wage theft violation, though this provision was ultimately removed from the bill. So I guess they were going to hold both of them accountable, but now they're saying that the franchisees can sue, right?
Mhm.
Uh, so we got here, you read on down here the estimated effects. The opponents of the bill, of course, primarily consist of restaurant owners, some franchisors, and the Chamber of Commerce. Let's call everybody out. Matt Haller, the president of Nobody Can Make No Money. No. President of International Franchise Association argued that franchisees are either going to go out of business by absorbing costs or push costs on the customers. Panera Bread franchisee president commented to Fox Business that if he could not pass costs on to consumers sustainably, he would close his restaurants. All right, so let's get into that.
So basically, they're saying if that they're saying only way for them to pay
back like we never left again, right? All right. So the people that so if you say that, I think that the people who are sitting at the top, who are riding in their Rolls Royces and they fine automobiles and doing what they're doing, I think that they should kind of even out. I think it should even out.
Mm.
I think it should be able to even out because if we're looking at profits, then it's like they're saying, hey, all of the profits, the split has to come from anybody other than me. Either the consumer's gonna pay for it, and so if we have to pay them extra, right?
Yes, it's a law, so you're gonna have to do that.
Right.
Law,
We
yeah.
we got to pay them extra. Then it's gonna hurt our pockets,
Basically, yeah.
right? But then you say, well, hey, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to have smaller profit margins, right?
Mhm.
Or maybe reevaluate how you're doing business.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't just stick with, hey, we just going with the cheapest,
The
right?
cheapest product.
Yeah, the cheapest product. Reinvest back into your people.
Yeah.
Because I've been saying that. So you got to think for a fast food worker, all of the stuff that you have to deal with. I mean, you got to be a psychologist. You got to be. I mean,
we have many roles. We wear many hats in fast food. Before I got into it, I thought it was be a simple, easy, come in daily in, day out. It's not. You have to be, yeah. You have to do a lot to get through an 8 to 10 hour shift, depending on your level of management. So yeah.
Yeah, and you have to be good at it. Yeah. Good. Sounds good. All right, you can still hear me out there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna leave I'm gonna put this link on here too. So if y'all want to hop on here, if anybody wants to come in and and add their points on this too.
Yeah, give us your
input.
point of view.
We know what we think, but we want to know what you think too. So it's about us sharing. So that's good. The first of all, so I want to go back to the good. So the good is they're getting to make a livable wage.
Yes, 20. Yeah, that's
right.
That's very livable.
That's a livable. Now people say, well, the cost of living is going up. Well, it don't have to go up. I do think that's a good idea. So my idea has always been, if you give the wage increase, it should be a price freeze for 2 years.
Oh, that's doable. Was that feasible, or is that not like?
So that means to say is, for 2 years, where you at the top was making all this extra profit.
Yeah.
For 2 years, you're not gonna make all that extra profit. You're gonna give the regular people a chance to catch up.
That's fair. That's fair, but we live in a capitalistic. That's not going to be. They're not going to. I got to give more. To me, I think the people that higher up, they pay less taxes. Why? Why do the billionaires pay less taxes than the people as the blue collar, what you call the everyday worker? Everyday worker, right? Yeah. And then we're treated as less than often, right? Often, but we're the ones that's making when 2020 hit. Who kept the country running? Yeah. Not the billionaires. Man, it was the blue collar. You found out real quick that people couldn't cook, and they didn't like the people found that you have family members that you didn't like. You were married to people you didn't like. There's a whole stuff going on. Eye-opening. Yeah, it was eye experience, and you got some people frustrated, and they getting all their meals from fast food. So I think it's going to. So for the people who's working out there, shout out to y'all. I know that the ones who is working, they like, hey, cool, man. A breath of fresh air. I want to take a look at one more place.
that another law that was passed for the employees. Okay, here. All right. Hopefully y'all can see this right here. This is Illinois. So Illinois had, hold on a second here. There we go.
Mhm.
Sorry, y'all. I guess I need glasses, my friend. So workers in Illinois will begin earning paid time off under the Paid Leave for All Workers Act. So the new law allows workers to earn up to 40 hours of paid leave over a year. Basically 1 hour for every 40 hours work. Okay, so that's good. That's Illinois is the most pro-worker state, so they raised the minimum wage there also, uh, enshrining the right to collective bargaining. So that's good. So that means that any person, regardless, you don't have to be a manager or upper management to start getting vacation pay, and that makes a difference.
It does.
Just and then also too, I want to go back to it. It's another thing that I missed before we move on. I don't want to miss this part. Hold on a second here. This one. We go down here. All right. So at the bottom part, it's one last sentence. You can go read it on here. Like, so you can see from WGN, Chicago News Channel. You remember the old channel? Hey, Dorothy, remember WGN used to, that's the only channel outside of DFW that you can watch on TV that wasn't from like here. No matter, I don't know what it was, but the channel, the G9, you can see all the stations. They had what was that? WKRP in Cincinnati, all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, man. Back in the day. That's before y'all time, that's before y'all time, right? So so over here on this last sentence, I want to look at it. Says workers will be paid their full wage while on leave, and tip workers will be paid the minimum wage in their respective locale. And an employer cannot require an employee to find their replacement for the leave. Okay. Where you laugh? Okay, come on, let it out. Let's say
that is wild, because normally that's what if I want to take a vacation, I had to ensure there was someone in my place so the store wouldn't just crumble or not function without me. So, but I like that law. So no, you have to figure it out. You're the manager. So I'm like, I like that incentives are like, no, I'm not responsible for finding out. I need this time off. You approve it, we get it, let's move forward. But I'd like not having enough. Well, no, you gotta find your replacement. What?
yeah.
I've heard that so many times. You can't go on vacation without no replacement. I'm like, okay.
Or have you, who's gonna run the store? Who's gonna do this? I don't know. You think gonna run it? You gonna run it? That's who gonna run it. The person asking me these questions. I'm finna go on wherever. I don't care what you do.
Let me go on my vacation.
Yeah. So that's good because you number one, while you're gone, you get paid your regular salary.
Good.
So that means they can't, okay, I'm gonna give you vacation pay, I'm gonna give you 80% of your pay. And if they earn it, so this other part too, is if they earn it, you can't stop them from taking it.
Mm.
You can't stop them from taking it. So that's the good part about that. If once you earn it, if I say, hey, I've earned 40 hours, I should be able to go and cash in my 40 hours. I'm going in 2 weeks on vacation.
Yeah.
That's
a week. That's a week worth of work. Yeah, 40 hours.
2 weeks of, and hey, and I need to get paid, and you need to find the people that, you need to find the people. I want to find, I'm going here too. Got one more thing to show y'all. So we're going to talk about the other side. So we talk about the businesses, right?
Yeah.
So first I'm talking about the employees, kind of how it affects them, which is cool. You know, they're making more money. You know, they're setting out all these things for the employees to have a better way of life. You know, so how do you think that the restaurants and the owners reacted to the news? Do you think they did it with open arms? Like,
I bet it's a fight. It's a fight.
you think it's a fight?
It's not gonna the employees are internally gonna be happy, yes, but the managers and upper people are like panicking. They're like,
So-
how am I gonna enforce this law and not hurt my pocket? So it's gonna be a fight.
So
Now they're probably gonna let some people go. I'm
you
thinking
think so?
they can't afford it. Some people can't afford that.
Funny, you should say that. You said maybe they go let some people go.
Let folks go. They can't afford it. They can't afford the price
No,
increase.
but they
Maybe
can't. But so it's like this. If I'm making, so we know restaurants.
Yeah.
We know what the privacy is and how many people they got. One person that can. You got a district manager who ain't doing. You know,
Yeah, ain't
just
doing their
sitting there
part,
doing
yeah.
a part. You got people in higher ups and just what do y'all do? What do y'all really do, right?
Really do, yeah.
Right, y'all
It's
really
like
do.
micromanage us.
Yeah, and then also too, because you're micromanaging doing that stuff, who says that you need to get that type of salary right now? Right now, if they're saying, hey, the bottom people who's doing the physical work need to make this amount.
Yes.
Well, instead of increasing everything else on everybody else, then it means that they're saying is whatever money we can come in, we have to give more of it to the people who actually work it. If we shift that and say, you know what, we may not make 200,000 a year, I'm only gonna make 80,000 a year, but that's about the same thing they making.
Mhm.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
But hey, that mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take that big of a
Yeah,
pay cut.
or some of those higher priced executives that that's not come on, we work in restaurants. You reinvest back into the actual store managers and into the people that's actually doing the work, and then maybe your stores are running a certain kind of way, and you won't need as many micromanagers overseas because the people are happy.
Yes.
So you think now I know we talk about cost of living, right?
Yeah.
So the cost of living out there is different than here, but the minimum wage here is $7.25. It's majority of the states, the minimum wage is still $7.25, and that means that that's the minimum that they willing to pay you. That I have to pay you this.
That's poverty. That's poverty. $7.25 for anybody is poverty.
So just imagine so we're gonna look at one of the restaurants and how they chose to deal with this. So you said there's gonna be a war, and I'm telling you, I'm finna share this with y'all, but I'm telling y'all what it's gonna end up happening. But y'all gonna be like, man, how did you know? Right? So let's go here. There we go. Pizza Hut franchise wants you to think California's new law ways law is the reason it's laying off over 1,000 drivers.
1,000 people.
1,000 people. How do you lay off 1,000 people? The delivery drivers, and for them, they're looking at it like they'll just get the third parties, the Ubers and that kind of stuff.
I'm just gonna say, like, how you delivery drivers? Who's gonna get the pizza?
But then look where the cost gets passed on, right? It's gonna be ridiculous, right? So they said, let's go back to this thing right here. It says they fired 1,000 delivery drivers. And this is off of Yahoo. Again, y'all can go look up here. Workers are said to get a nice bump because of fast. We just talked about that there. The Fast Act kicks in at 22 an hour. It's got the industry up in arms. He said because paying people a living wage is a world-ending stuff to them. So they said it again. It's got the industry up in arms. Because
and that's so true because I've seen so many Californians move to Texas because it's impossible to live there. Solely, you have to have roommates. You got to have a really well-paying job. What money does here in Texas is poverty in California.
Yeah,
it really is. So I'm seeing all kind of places around here. I'm from all the north. They're all coming here because it's cheaper to live in the south, and you have more space.
Man, and they look, they let them people go.
1,000 people.
1,000 people. Let's go back over here. Let's look at this again.
And he says, everyone from McDonald's to Chipotle is complaining about it. Everybody. Citing rising costs. Some though are taking things to extreme. Business Insider reports that 2 large Pizza Hut franchises in California are eliminating over 1,000 delivery positions because of the new law.
Wow.
Can that be considered retaliation?
No.
They could get away with that.
So it's franchisees. So if they don't have a contract to work, and then so what they did is so it's not right. Okay, so we're here. Let's watch here. Let me show you why. This is I think it's on a because they're giving them notice. If you look right here, the situation is made worse by how the drivers who lost their jobs were treated by those franchisees. So we got one person's driver who spoke in condition of anonymity for fear of retaliation.
Mm-hmm.
Said he was offered $400 severance pay if he stuck around through his February 5th layoff date. So the money they are giving us as severance pay is a slap in the face, he said. It comes to $3 a month for the 9+ years of service. 9+ years. So they're saying you got, hold on a second here. All right. So basically what they're saying is we're laying you off. We're giving you fair enough warning based on what our laws will say.
Mm-hmm.
And if you'll stick around and just don't quit on us immediately, then we'll give you $400 at the end extra on your way out the door.
No, that's not.
Yeah.
What is that?
$400. He said, and look, he's been there 9 years.
And 9 years in the
man, I'd be mad. And then this other part too. These are franchisees. So the franchisees, so both franchisees, y'all go look it up too. Both franchisees, they laid everybody off. The parent company, we can't tell them what to do.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't tell them what to do. I get it. Y'all got it. I'm gonna tell you how it's going. In a minute, I'm gonna show you how it's going to end up. It's going to end up. So now they're getting rid of people, and then as they're getting rid of the people, well, what happens? People are going to want to spend $30 for what used to cost $18. How does it get $30? Because the company, the Pizza Huts, and what have you, the Jacks, all of them, they're going to add more. It just makes sense that they would add more money for the customer. You're going to pay a little bit more. Now, the Uber Eats fee that comes on top of that, so you have to go through Uber Eats or a third-party delivery, or go pick it up yourself. Right? That's your only options.
True.
Right? So they cutting them off. So they just now the would you prefer if you order a pizza, y'all can answer this too.
Mm-hmm.
Would y'all prefer to get anywhere? Do y'all prefer to get the food like delivered from an employee of the store, like somebody in our kitchen took it to you, or would you prefer us to cook it and give it to somebody else and let them take it to you?
Employee, most definitely.
Why?
Because it's gonna be. I know it's gonna be safe. They're trying to keep my food safe. It's going to be hot and maintained when I get it. A third party, they could just throw it in the car. It's going to be, the presentation is going to be horrible. The food temperature is going to be horrible. And if on top of the fees with the Uber in that, if you don't tip them, they don't pick up your food.
Oh yeah.
So you have to pay that fee plus tip to even get your food in a timely manner. I ordered my food at 4 o'clock. I get it at 6. What?
Yeah.
Because I didn't tip you, but I'm paying already fees.
I could have went to the community garden and cut out some berries.
It's ridiculous. That's why I have used DoorDash. I think about a year now. Because I was adding up the fees and the tips. I'm like, I'm paying.
Yeah.
I'm paying more. And I'm like, nah, I just go get it myself.
Yeah. You have to pay more, and that's the other part of it.
That's the hang of it. They're getting rid of these people that do it for a living, but you're gonna lose business either way because who's gonna pay the extra fee?
Yeah. So then what happens? Now the employees are gonna have to. This is where it's gonna happen.
Okay.
They're gonna lay off some people. Others are going to make you work shorter-handed because in their mind, $100 is all they planned on spending for this shift. That's all they was gonna spend. Now, if I gotta pay y'all all $6, $7, $8 more a piece, one of y'all got to go.
Yeah.
Right.
How that works. Yeah.
Right. And since we know it's like that, and everybody getting laid off, then that means I can treat you like crap because I know there's about 1 million people that rather have this $22 an hour job. You want to, yeah, man. I can see that going to that point to where they're already doing it, laying off 1,000. Just let them go. Just let them go. Lay off 1,000 people, and that's in one place. That's in one company. You know, they got these other people, you know, we talked about the Paneras and the Chipotles and the McDonald's. All of them, they all, man, don't y'all think y'all made it? It's 1 billion of y'all. What does the sign say? 1 billion served. Well, how about to give them 1 billion back to the people who working there?
Please. That's always saying. McDonald's is everywhere.
1 billion served. Look, we did not 1 billion hamburgers we didn't gave away or so.
Yes.
1 billion people have came over here and said, hey, yeah. Let me get
this is fast food. That is my biggest.
Y'all got breakfast.
Oh Lord.
So y'all done deal with 1 million people like that. You mean to tell me y'all can't give some of the profits back? But the franchisees, the way a lot of times it's set up is the franchisee fees are so, it's like their profit margins are so small as it is. That's why they run shorthanded. That's why they do that kind of stuff, because they have to pay those franchisee fees. Majority of the McDonald's are not owned by McDonald's Corporation.
Oh, they are franchise.
The majority, like vast majority, over 95% off the top of my head, I can think. We can look it up. We can't, but most of them, you think about a lot of the major places we got. Ones I worked there, where the corporate may have 140 stores, where there's 800 of them in the company, right? So a lot of them are franchisees. So again, they're talking about profit margins, and they got investors, and they got all this. Well, guess what? If y'all want to keep selling this food, you're going to have to adjust what you're willing to get, because if you don't, you can be the bully. You could be the Pizza Huts and be the bully and fire everybody. You could be the ones that go in and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to teach you like Brittany. You're going to go in here and you're going to work a double, and you're going to do this, and you're going to blah, 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 blah. And, you're going to sleep with the boss. You're going to do all this stuff because everybody else got laid off. Now, what happens after that? The employees strike.
Yeah. Unionize or something.
They already opened up to unionize because and I was informed. Oh yeah, guess what? I was informed. Now one day, I got when that book comes out, you'll find the reason as to how I was informed. But I was informed that it is not against the law for hold on, let's see out. Here my face good, right? Let me get some water. I want to make sure. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Mm,
They get them on top of
mineral
goodness.
water.
They
Look, oh, that's cool. Look like the glass is like,
invisible.
yeah, that's cool.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna show y'all something cool. Don't do it.
No, talk about this. He show you how to make the trick. He figured it out.
Oh man, that's funny. All right. So I did find out it's not against the law for anyone that's working in fast food to openly on the floor talk about unions. So if you guys want to talk about unions, it's against the law for them to stop you from even the conversation. Like you can talk about how much money you're making on the floor openly, and nobody can say anything. Yeah, I know what you've been taught, but there's a law out there that says you can't. So just be aware. You know, that's something that's out there. Some people aren't aware. You know, with something we know, but we want to make sure we pass those helpful tidbits on to you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've been enlightened.
Yeah. So yeah, unionize. Get yourself together. Yeah, yeah. You know how I do it. That's all good. I think it'll look better on you
That's
because
my hashtag. Fast food workers unite.
fast food. But look, yeah. If not, what's going to happen is they're going to start, and the strike isn't going to come, I think, until when they start enforcing the robots working. So you got to think about it. We did a live talking about the McDonald's who got Josephine working. We got, I don't know, y'all, if y'all know Josephine, she works everywhere, right? Everywhere. So Josephine, you know, in Fort Worth, they have a McDonald's that is strictly, there's only one person in there. They just come in to clean the bathroom. That's it. And grease up the buttons, and that's it. So that one person, just imagine when they start trying to replace the individual workers to do some of those things. So okay, now I don't need 5 of y'all, even though we all saying, we normally say, hey, there's not enough of us on the floor, right?
Oh yeah.
I wish we had more people. Why don't they have more people? Well, I'll just go get me a robot and get the robot to drop French fries for me. And that'll cut out one of y'all. Yep. And let's see, the delivery driver, we can get rid of you too.
How so? Why put the food there? The food ain't.
Well, third party, they got another companies for that. You don't want to come get it yourself. Well, you can pay somebody else to come get it for you.
Oh wow.
That's basically so basically what's happening is with those third parties. If you gotta think about it both sides, there's a flip side. Let's look at it this way. You aren't able or are not willing to go get the food yourself.
Yeah.
There's only one of those two, because you've decided that you want food from here. So you either are, if you're not able to go over there, okay, you know, some people laid up, you know, hurt, you know, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Or you are choosing not to go, or for some reason you can't go, right? You're asking someone else to stop whatever they're doing. Even though we said it's the job, it's the Uber, it's the delivery, we're asking you to stop whatever you're doing, go over here and pick my food up, and bring it to my door. So I don't have to get in my car, waste my gas, take the risk of getting into an accident. I don't have to do all of that. And I want you to bring it to my door in the most nice, friendly, cool way. And sometimes I don't even want to talk to you, just sit it on the door.
Yeah.
I don't even want to interact with you.
Put instructions. Hey,
leave it at the door, right?
All of that, yeah.
So in that case, then, is it fair to say, well, if you want somebody else to go get your food for you, it's going to cost you a little bit more?
Yeah, in that perspective, yes. Yeah, because that's my job, but if I'm in the middle of doing something else between orders, that is an inconvenience. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's fair, because think about it. If you sit in there and your aunt or your nephew or your cousin or your partner around the street, and you say, hey man, I can't get out right now, I'm working on this thing, I'm doing something, can you grab blah 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 for me?
Sure.
Well, we want to say, hey man, I shoot you 5, I shoot you 10, right?
Yeah.
We'll do that to them.
It's true. That is true.
So we're getting somebody else to come and I think that's probably why and I haven't talked to many of them, but I think that's the idea. The ones I did talk to, delivery is why they look at the tips like, hey, wait, I'm doing this for you. I'm literally doing this as a favor. You know what? I'm getting paid to do it. And if I do enough of these favors for people throughout the day of getting your food for you, I can make a living by doing favors. But I'm still doing you a favor.
Still doing your solid, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still doing you a solid, you know. So can we, you know,
yeah.
so I on that end, don't get the with the delivery drivers being let go. Maybe you don't just let him go. Maybe you, hey, the guy's been here 9 years. He has knowledge of the place. Let's go ahead and send him to another place.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you know, there's things that you can do.
Besides just let everybody go.
Let everybody go. Wait, man. Yay, we got a raise. Not you.
Raise up out here.
Yeah. I'm on. Yeah, that's your raise. You raise up out the chair and walk towards the door, and that's where your raise is. You can find it outside. Go look underneath that rock over there, right? So, what was I want to show y'all too? It's one more thing I want to see. Now, I did see a story that I wanted to kind of go through. Because you got people out here that's working at these places, and these are real people. It's something I saw about a lady who was working for let me see here. What was that? McDonald's?
Yeah, McDonald's for like a while.
Hold on a second here, y'all. I want to pull this up for y'all. I think y'all will like this. Give me 1 second here because I had everything up. Let me know, y'all. So everybody who's on the chat, thank y'all for coming in. Want to thank y'all for showing up on here, showing us love, keeping us going, right? You know that's a big part of it, right? Because I don't know, sometimes, man, hey, so you said you brought up something earlier that was funny. Was about the P10 P something. It was some number you was like, and it's like, man, if you've been around right up long, the numbers start sounding like write-ups. Yeah. You remember that?
I don't remember.
Man. All right, y'all. Yeah, this lady I found was working at a McDonald's for 50 years. And that is crazy.
I think it was like 11 Alive.
There we go.
Yeah.
See? That's why.
Oh, it was in Atlanta, okay.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm gonna pull this up. Yeah.
Okay, 50 years.
All right, y'all ready? Welcome again, y'all. We talking about this new Fast Recovery Act in California. That raised the minimum wage after the $22 an hour.
$22.
So
that's a lot of money.
Okay. Now there's the other part. The people who already are working there, right? That's the minimum. What does the managers make? Right?
Yeah. Do we get an increase too, or are we already where we are?
See what I mean?
It's gonna be, yeah.
And then that's gonna cause a problem because the managers aren't gonna want to manage for the same amount as the grill cook.
Not at all.
Or the driving person.
I do more, so I should get more money.
Okay.
That's fact.
So you think that do you think that same argument goes for the people who he's saying, hey, we all up in arms. I don't know what we're gonna do. I do more, so I should get more of the money.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Kinda, yeah.
But that ain't what the law say.
It's not.
That's not what y'all want to follow the rules. The law said for what that's what's going on. These people aren't be able to the things that you ask them to do. You can't. And even my last time being in the manager, my times, my deal was I ask people always in any interview, man, what do you want to make?
Yeah.
What is it that you want to make?
What is your base pay? Yeah.
Tell me what you want to make. Yeah, I've done this to everybody. Man, what? No, tell me what you want to make. Whatever that amount is, Okay, and if it's more than what I would normally start somebody, at their deal, okay, look, this is how we can get there. Look, you can go here. I got a program where maybe you can go overnight, you can get a little extra money here, or you can be a manager, or you can do this. But let's work on getting you there. I can start you here, but here starting was way more than what the managers were making at other competing stores, right?
Definitely.
Because you got to be able to not just pay your bills, right? You got to be able to save something. You got to be able to do something else. You don't want to just have your bills at the end of the week and that's just it.
That's all you got.
That's all you got. You got groceries, you got this, y'all, and that's why you got fast food workers working 2, 3, 4 jobs,
You have to.
You have to. Making 22 an hour.
It's like,
man, God.
Okay, right. I'm at work early. You need me to stay?
Yeah.
Shoot, whatever you need me to do. I'm your girl.
And look, and put maybe what if you put that together with the everybody gets time off.
And they get paid time off too.
And get paid time off. Everybody. So the person who show up doing it, they got it. So you talking about the drive-through person, right? But that drive-through person got to deal with attitudes. 100
all kinds of different attitudes today.
Depending on the business of your store, the sales, you for a whole shift, you can run into sometimes 200 people, and then you expect them to deal with that person in under 3 minutes total.
Yes, flat.
Each one of them has to go at that rate, right? So I can see that too. Yeah, I think about that. Let's look at this lady over here. Y'all want to see this?
Yes, we get to the split, but 50 years.
50 years. I couldn't, man.
It's a long time to be at a restaurant.
Hold on. I think I'm gonna have to do is. I think it's just my. Let me see that. Give me 1 second, y'all. Why is this thing not working? Trying to do this on a little mobile thing. Here we go.
There we go.
I'm gonna say, man. Now, I know up is up and down is down, right? But maybe not today, right? Here we go. Woman celebrates. There we go.
I have 2 McDoubles, large fry with an unsweet tea.
The food comes out in a flurry.
A large vanilla shake.
At the McDonald's in East Athens.
Put some of these out, baby, please.
The fast pace baked in. But it's the pulse of this place that makes it special.
Good to see you, girl.
Mem is like a heartbeat at a restaurant.
You want a small, hot? We got you.
For 50 years,
you got your ketchup in your bag?
Emma Britton has been keeping the beat.
Yeah, I got me doing the work.
On its best day, it's controlled chaos, but she's a stabilizing force.
Everybody's doing their job in they lane.
Franchise owner Paul Messer is celebrating Emma's half-century of employment.
What's your thoughts on that so far?
The first thing that shocked me, their shake machine works. That's the first, like, what? Because every McDonald's I've ever been to, the shake machine magically doesn't work.
It takes 42 years to learn how to get it to work consistently. You have to be, it's kind of like with the Masons, you got to be 40 years. She got to study for 40 years.
I'm like, what? Yeah. It works?
Yeah.
But 50 years is wow. People retire at 30.
At 30?
30 years plus, you're getting ready to get up out of there.
50?
Thank you so much. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
At 68, she's determined to make it a lot more.
68?
If I'm
so when she's
100 years old and I'm able to come up in here in a wheelchair, whatever, and work, I want to do it.
And every night.
I have 2 McDoubles, large fry with an unsweet tea.
The food comes out in a flurry.
A large vanilla shake.
Man, nah, hell no. Not for no 50, I mean, now, okay. So, again, now I'll back up and say, if she loved the job.
She seems to love it. She said she'd be there in the wheelchair if she has to.
Okay. Y'all, I'm going to say something. People say, oh, man, brace yourself. No, but look. So, as we got the nappy roots up here, y'all don't know about them. That's before y'all time. I don't know if y'all can see them.
There
The
you go,
roots. Yeah. So I don't know how else to put this. And she could be a nice lady. I guess she seems sweet,
She seems
right?
very sweet, upbeat,
But it
positive.
reminds me of the movie Get Out.
How so?
Like a happy slave. Like I'm happy to be on the plantation. Like if I want, if I could be up here in a wheelchair and I could work and I want to do it, let me. No,
it's time to enjoy your life.
no. I don't care if my mom today say, "Hey, son," and her condition. Hey, look, I want to go down and work at the administration office again. Can you take me down there? No, let's talk. Let's just sit here and talk about why you want to go down there, Miss Cynthia Ann.
Please.
Yeah. Shout out to my mom. So if, I'm just telling you now, mom, if you listen, I'm telling you now, hey, we not going. No, we're gonna sit right here and chill. No, relax. So I'm sorry, it just, and even you look at the optics of the owner, and I'm like, he's like, oh well, she want to do it, let her do it. Now, she been working there 50 years. How much do you think she started out at?
Probably 525, if not less.
Oh, okay. So let me explain. Let me put it in terms for you. All right, that's 50 years. I'm 51.
God, your whole life she's been in McDonald's.
The whole time. And then so when I was working, when I first started working, and like I was in high school, I was in this college prep program where they paid us to go to college, right?
Yeah.
We were making minimum wage.
What was that at that time?
$3.35.
Oh my God. How would you survive? Because I started, minimum wage was $5.25.
So I started $3.35. So imagine 50 years ago, what was the minimum out here? Okay, y'all know that I gotta look this up. What was the minimum wage? And
it must have been nothing then if she was making
oh,
that.
they were singing. You heard them songs? You heard them old Marvin Gaye songs? They wasn't doing all well. Minimum wage in 1973. Oh, I put, man, y'all, we going in the future. If I tell you what I put in here, y'all will laugh at me. I put $1.06. Yeah, let that sit in.
Ain't no way I would go to work for $1.60 an hour.
And back then in 70, I bet you somebody was making $2.50 an hour and was talking cash, knowing I'm making $2.50 now. I'm making $3 an hour now. You know, things are gonna be good. We can get ourselves an apartment. But you got to think cost of living back then.
I'm saying cost of living had to be there's no way they would be under.
It would work for her.
50 years.
So just imagine you've been working for 50
years.
Wait a minute. No, look, you started out at $1.60. Let's give it a minute for the doubt. Maybe they gave her $1.75. When she started out, right? You got to think when she started out, right?
She moved up the ladder, okay.
Right. So which I get it, right? So y'all imagine if you start out, you making $2 an hour, $1.75 an hour, and you stick with this company, and we growing. I've seen the us, man. I've seen the crazy. I'm still here, and you know, I've been with the company over here. I found me a place over here. I finally figured out how to get the shake machine to stay on forever, right? Right. I'm working myself up. Oh man, the minimum wage went up to $3.35. Shoot. Right. And she's watching it, right? She's seeing it going up, and she's making her a little bit of money. And I'm pretty sure over longevity, she's probably making a little bit more than, right? So she finally get herself up to, you know, 25 an hour, and they passed a law to say that your people all of a sudden can make 22.
Starting
now. You see what I mean?
Slap in the face.
That's a slap in the face, right? You're like, man, I didn't put all this time, all this work in, and now y'all finally is going to pay everybody. But I didn't spent.
Half my life.
She's 68. I mean, she started there when she was 18.
She started right, yeah, and been there faithfully since.
She said, "Man, I'm going here. I ain't going nowhere." Oh man, I want to see eat the food. 50 years.
Now McDonald's food is questionable.
Yeah,
period.
it's not food.
It's questionable.
It's not food.
It's, I don't know.
I'm sorry, y'all.
It's
Y'all can be mad at me. In my opinion, because there's no way we've ever seen the French fry that is still in your car.
That's still a fry.
Yeah.
It don't mold.
From the last owners who had the car.
It doesn't mold. I'm telling you. I mean, if they had a burger for like, I don't know,
Yeah.
6 months, 8 months, and it still look like a burger. There's no way.
Man. Yeah. So just imagine. So maybe that's why. Okay. There's another theory.
Oh, Lord. No, go ahead. It's gonna be something stupid. I already know.
Okay. This is y'all hear this out, right?
What's your theory? Come on.
I think she was eating there so long.
It made her
addicted to the food, and her body is addicted to it. That if she doesn't eat anything else, it can cause a catastrophe.
But part of that is true. We learned, I don't know which live ago, that they put stuff in the food to make it addictive to you. So that is true. That's a proven fact.
Yeah.
So man, I don't know.
I just had to think about it. See, it wasn't that crazy.
It wasn't crazy. That's fact. We went through that. Okay, I know something off the wall, but no, that's a proven fact.
Y'all see how she think my mind is off the wall.
They won't even say that it's about this lady. 50 years.
Man.
But it's an achievement. I get that. Kudos to you for sticking with a company 50 years.
What did she get? You know, I didn't say what she got.
That part. There's the other shooter drop, but what did she get for 50 years?
She got a parking space right in the front that says dedicated to our 50-year employee right here. She got her own parking space.
Mm-hmm. That's it? No, I'll retire. I'll retire right away.
No, I want to keep coming.
No, I'll retire right away.
They said
they'll give her a party, a celebration, a plaque, a something memorable.
You get to be we'll tell the news about you. We'll let the news know. We'll let the news know.
Let me retire.
Man, that's why I had that thought about, like, you know, that I don't want to leave the slave mentality. Like, man, I'm on the planet.
You've given your more than enough to this company. Go and retire, man. I'm glad you enjoy working. Maybe you want to stay active. I get it, but no, that's not appreciation. 50 years, I get a parking space.
Yeah.
No gifts, no party, no big fanfare.
And the owner had the nerve to say in one of the other clips, he said, well, even if she decides to stop working here, that'll always be her spot. So after 50 years, I can finally park in the first place. And can't nobody else park there.
Talk about the bare minimum.
No, man. So that's why I say it's going to come to a point where the employees are going to have to union up, or, you know, at some point, or, and then this is probably the harder thing to hear, corporation people, is maybe you might have to restructure the business model.
Most definitely.
You might have to. You might have to kind of decide, okay, you know what? This fast food, this stuff, the gig is up. Hey, man, they starting to put out here. We looking at it. We can't afford to keep up. You know, now the people that's working, they're getting to speak up. They're saying, hey, we ain't trying to hear it.
Fair treatment, please.
Yeah, fair treatment. No, I don't have to do that. Why do I need to know? I'm not doing that, you know? And so it's causing an issue. And then you got people losing their jobs because the companies are having to pay them more. You know, and then now the other part too with the delivery drivers is this. You know, most of the time the delivery drivers don't, and I know somebody will probably put this in the comments if you're going, but the delivery drivers don't make the same amount as the people in the kitchen.
I thought so. I
Right.
know it was a different.
So if the delivery drivers are making, say, if the people inside are making 12, the delivery drivers what making $4, $5, $3 an hour?
Really, that low?
Because they make a bunch of money on their tips. They make
Okay,
a
okay,
lot
okay,
of money
okay,
on their
okay.
tips. Because remember, it's not a third party. So that extra money I would have been given to the third party and tipping the third party, I can tip it. So instead of $15 extra, I have to put on here $20 extra. I got to give this third party. Well, I could just give you the $10, $15 directly.
Okay.
And that's how it used to work. You heard, man, here's a 20, man, y'all good. And they would make you delivering pieces. I never done it, but delivering pieces to a Super Bowl party. Right.
The large orders, yeah.
Yeah, you know, the big large orders, the birthday parties,
Yeah.
right? So you coming in and you got stacks and stacks and stacks of pieces, you showing up. Oh man, great. Here you go. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So then that may be another a part that why they let them go is because they can't afford to pay the delivery drivers 22.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
pay the people that's actually making the pizza. Okay.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? So that may be another part to it also. But if that's the case, why don't they just say that? They say, hey, look, we don't, you know, I mean, if they could just be upfront, say, hey, this is the reason why we did that, not, you know, they could do whatever they want to. No, hey, they don't make as much, they make tips. But again, you know, this is a partnership that they're doing. Remember, they're in partnership now with the third parties. They haven't signed these contracts with these third parties. So the more they can get the third parties to do the actual delivery, right?
Not sure.
So even that I could, and I'm pretty sure, and the other part too, that is the key that I read in that act is it doesn't apply to all the restaurants.
It doesn't.
It applied to the restaurants that had more than 100. Remember, I said, remember, said
that's a stipulation.
There's a stipulation, so that means it's not affected everybody.
Just the major chains.
Just the ones who got the major stuff. But then again, at that point, what is the competition comes back in? Everybody's trying to now go to the major chains, but they're not hiring a bunch of people. So if you want to work for us, you're gonna have to work like a dog.
You're gonna have to get that $22.
To get that 22.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Because the same managers, the same upper management's us there. So you see what the companies are doing. They're gonna figure out a way to get you out of there, get you going, figure out what's going on, right? We're watching this happen out here in California. True. And I said, you know, a lot of other states that have the minimum wage set up at $7.25 still, you know, this is gonna make some, you know, some headway. I think it's gonna get to a point where there's gonna be a nationwide.
I'm saying it's gonna be.
It's gonna be nationwide. Yeah, but in doing that, they're not gonna do this. But this was my proposal 20 years ago. If they're gonna do that, then they have to put a freeze on prices for 2 years. Okay. You can't above the normal percent. Now, basically, so whatever your percentage that you raise the prices of your stuff over the last this amount of time, then you can cut. So we raised it in the last 2 years by 4%. You only raise it half of what you raised it then. Okay. So now I can only raise it 2% because of this increase, right? Now the people get a chance to spend more. The people have more money in their pocket. People have more of a tendency to spend because they haven't had. Now, what does that do? That puts money back into the economy. So all the places, right? And you start getting, so it's a way to actually generate the economy, but it just makes it to where the money moves at a different rate. Sure. Makes sense. But what do y'all think? Y'all think, you know, a 2 year of complete freeze on any, you know, or within those limits to that part. The companies who had to they have over a certain amount of employees should be able to get a certain tax break for if I had 30,000 employees, and when this law went in, you know, I should be able to get this much of a break for these 2 years to offset what I'm claiming is my downfall from this, this money I got to spend
Yeah,
out
that's
now.
spend out to big.
Right.
That makes sense. It will stimulate it because I have more money to spend and save. So
Yeah,
it's a win-win. I see it. I see it as a win-win.
but
But
they ain't gonna listen to me.
no, but we want more money. We don't want to. We don't want to give out. We want to keep more money. So
Yeah, and all those solutions that they gave, all was the same thing.
yeah,
Is pass it on to the consumers,
Consumer,
pass it
sure.
on to you, pass it on to me,
Sure.
pass it on to you, or start firing people, let them go.
Yeah, that's not yet true. That's on to
Pass it on.
fire 'em or
Yeah,
fire 'em or make the prices red sky
Yeah.
skyrocket.
yeah. Not improve the product,
No,
not improve the quality of life of the people who's working. So we talked about that a lot on our lives before. Here is just the quality of life, of a fast food worker. What is it really like?
What is it like?
That's the whole purpose of the channel.
The whole purpose of it to give them a voice to see it's not as it's.
Yes. Now some of the people that I ran into, cool, but like I said, you don't get paid much, and if you do get paid more than normal, they're expecting you to do a whole lot of stuff.
A whole bunch of wear a lot of hats when you make more money for sure.
Yeah. So I want to share one more thing with y'all before we get out of here, because we was talking about on the news. So I want to give a shout out. So if y'all watched the beginning of it, we showed one of the commercials we show in the beginning is the Doc Bookshop.
Yeah.
So if you haven't been to the Doc Bookshop, it's over there on Meadowbrook, 6637 Meadowbrook. Go check it out. They got Kwanzaa events going on all week. Go by and check them out. Every Tuesday they have the open mics. They have it's too, man. We be here another 30 minutes talking about all the stuff that they do for the community, So it's a really important place. So we support them because, like I said, we launched the channel. And they've always been open spaces to us. Shout out to Danya, Donna, mother, everybody, the whole family. So over there, if you haven't been to the Doc Bookshop, go check them out. I want to share something with y'all because one of the news, local news, did a story on them on Tuesday, and I kind of wanted to, to give everybody a chance to kind of view it, just to kind of give them props. Hey, just my way of saying, hey, if y'all haven't seen this is cool, a cool thing. So kind of check it out and let me know if y'all can see that. Everybody got to see it. All right, let's go ahead and see what they were talking about over here.
Off with celebrations. In Dallas this afternoon, kids came together making arts and crafts, and then they saw presentations and performances at East Oak Cliff Store and Community Center. Then tonight, the Black-owned bookshop, they opened back up, hosting families to enjoy some celebrations in Fort Worth. The Doc Bookshop events include candle lightings with a traditional Kanara, and there was also a drum circle. Guests there as well, and looks like it was a successful kickoff.
Yeah.
First of all,
what up, Donna?
Kwanzaa is an opportunity for the African American culture to not only reflect and remember and to be renewed, but also to celebrate our culture, our heritage, and also just to and our ancestors.
There are celebrations all across North Texas every day, including at the Doc Bookshop and East Oak Cliff. You can check them out online. Today's principle, by the way, was Umoja, which means unity.
All right.
Cool.
So he wanted to kind of drop.
Aaron Moran tracking.
So I want to show y'all that. All right. No, it's funny.
Right.
Here we go. Be like, wait, what is that still playing? Right. All right. So y'all, thank y'all for showing up, showing out. Y'all, thank y'all for coming in. Anything you want to add before we get out of here?
Oh no, I just shout out to all our supporters and our people that are helping us. I'm seeing the subscriber count jump up. I am so
thank y'all.
grateful.
We're at 186, y'all. Thank y'all. So keep doing that. Share the word.
Commenting, please.
So
I'm seeing the result. We're seeing the result.
So that y'all thank y'all. It means y'all are interested in what we had to say and what we're doing. So this is why we do it for y'all. To give y'all a place to give y'all y'all point of view too. So that's all. So these subjects we talk about, it don't just affect us, it affects you, somebody that you know. So you never know. Somebody that you may have family that lives out in California or some of these places that's affected. So, and again, and my deal with everyone is, I know people say, well, man, the lady worked 50 years. You can't just say it's great, but it's just maybe it's some of me that wants more for people.
Yeah.
More than working 50 years and you get
a parking space. That's your top of the period of the 50 years is a lot of life spent in one place, and I would have, as an owner, if that was my store, I would have given her way more than a parking space. She would have been, man, I would probably make her quit. Hey, okay, this 50 year, this is it. This is it.
Yeah,
you have to go.
We got
enjoy your life. We got you.
he hear him. She gonna be in there. I'll let her go and keep on working.
Of course, because I bet she got that store tip top.
Yeah,
I bet she do. But
she know everybody ordered what shoes. She was there when they had to do the refoundation. When they
built it,
when the plumbing had busted, when Jeff got caught in the back. Now that would be somebody. Now
I would love to interview her.
She's gonna be like, you come here running around. No, it's just a mentality. It's just a matter of that's the vibe I got. Like I guess it's different for me to be like, hey, I don't want to be at the plantation. I don't want to be there like that. I don't want to be on that stuff. I want to be free. I want to go do stuff that we supposed to be doing. So that's the point too. So it's kind of like how I want the same thing for someone else that I want for myself. And then people say, well, I'm just happy, leave me alone. But how many people are in situations to where you really need to step in and say, hey man, that's a messed up situation. I know you may be happy, but that ain't,
But look at it from this perspective.
Yeah.
Just
shoot it on the other side, So y'all, until next week, we will see y'all. Enjoy. Y'all be safe. I know everybody got a lot of New Year's celebrations coming up.
Next time we see you, it'll be 2024, right?
Yeah. So stay safe, meditate, get yourself, pray, do whatever you do, reflect, really kind of be, just be in gratitude that we're able to even walk on this journey and learn the things we're learning and do the things we're doing. So
most definitely.
So I want to say peace to everybody.
Be safe. Be safe on this 2024. And make a tentative plan for what you want to do better. Don't just go with it just the same old. Have an actual plan written down. If you write it down, to me, makes it real to me. If I write it down, it sinks in. I see it every day. Make a tentative plan to do better 2024. Every year should be an elevation. You should never go to the same year with the same procrastination, the same move up, move forward, evolve. You have to. You evolve or you get left behind. That's how that works. But hey, we'll see you next year, 2024. But be safe. We love y'all. Thank you so much for the support. I feel it and I see it. So we really appreciate it. See you next time.